Yo, what's going on guys? Today I'm going to be analyzing 5 different players' P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam gameplay. Now onto the first one with Goblin Jr. So it seems here that he is playing the original P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam with minions and poison, and it seems like his opponent is playing Logbait, a very difficult matchup. Now let's see what he does here. Alright, he starts with the princess at the bridge, ghost at the to counter the princess, that's a pretty good ghost. And now let's see how he responds to that. A knight, that's interesting. I would probably just stay a bit passive for now. Yeah, those were pretty decent minions. Minions is not really a bad response. Personally, I would have gone bandit to provide a little bit of pressure. But that's good, that's good. Very good battle ramp because you have a Zap and Psycho and a bandit. Because the thing about these Logbait is you want to get the mini tank out of Psycho and then spam them opposite lane. So that was a very nice interaction. You even force out the Goblin Barrel on defense, which is really good for you. Now what I'll probably do here is P.E.K.K.A. in the back. Let's see if he does that. And those barbarians are getting a lot of nice damage, like that's crazy. Now that is generally the ideal P.E.K.K.A. spot, but since he used his Goblin Barrel, had his Goblin Barrel out of Psycho, I would have probably had to P.E.K.K.A. higher up to provide more pressure, or in the back to make a bigger push. Now let's see how he responds to this. Very nice ghost in the front, because that's probably going to take care of the gang. Okay, princess and Inferno Tower. Pretty good poison. You want to get rid of that princess as soon as possible. If your time is zap right, you should be fine. Yeah, that's good. And the ghost will tank for the Inferno Tower. Excellent. He swans with the Goblin Gang, but the ghost actually defends most of it. That's actually a huge surprise. And I think that's game here. Well done, Goblin Jr. That was some pretty good P.E.K.K.A. gameplay. Very nice keeping track of the Psycho with the Battle Ram when they had no Knight and Psycho. And very nice heavy pressure when they had 2 defensive Goblin Barrel. I'd give this probably a 9.3 out of 10 in terms of its gameplay. Alright, now on to the next game where we have Pi playing. Pi is actually a really good player, so I'm really interested to see how he plays with P.E.K.K.A. Now let's take a look. Seems his opponent is playing a Recruits deck. Oh my god. Bro, you have no skill. Like, seriously. Recruits the back first play. I am not surprised with this at all. Now, let's see what he does. A Ghost is a very nice way to defend Recruits. I'd probably put a Wizard on the opposite lane, or a P.E.K.K.A. But at the same time, you don't know if this guy is playing, what exactly variant he's playing. Now, those are very bad minions on his part, and the Wizard's actually getting nice value. Pretty good bandit to kite to minions there, and now you get some additional pressure. Oh wait, the bandit connects on the Tesla, so it's a really nice steady Ram Rider. Because now with the Tesla low, all he has is swarms to defend, and with the Wizard there, it provides very nice pressure. I'd say that Zap was a bit of an overcommit, but that was still a very excellent push. Very nice. Now the thing in these matchups, what you want to do is probably get a very nice counter push, because if you try going in, they're just going to keep recruiting you, and that's not really good for the P.E.K.K.A., especially because of the shields, and it takes forever to kill them. Now let's see what this guy does. He's probably going to go recruits in the back like every other recruits player. Yeah, I thought so. Now I'd probably P.E.K.K.A. in the back or ghost in one lane. Alright, he does a ghost. That's a pretty solid choice. Now I think Evo Wizard will get a lot of value in this matchup, especially because he's playing a lot of spammy cards. Okay, this guy pulls out an X-Bow. What kind of deck is that? That's actually a very nice Void, because that is like what, 12 elixir? No, 13 elixir. He doesn't have enough elixir to block it. Even if he does, it's going to at least get 2 shots. So that was a really nice Void. The prime of a P.E.K.K.A. player is to keep track of cycles and count elixir. That's the fundamentals of P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam. So Pi did that very well here. Now what I'd probably do is I'd be a bit passive. Maybe try P.E.K.K.A. push because he doesn't have P.E.K.K.A. in. Whoa, what was that Ram Rider? No, you do not want to do that. Okay, the guy's an idiot, but despite that, here's the thing. You don't want to go Ram Rider when they have Tesla in Psycho and Garden Psycho. That was a huge mistake. Now the guy has a slow reaction time of 15 business days, so it didn't matter, but still, you don't want to do that. Now that is a very pretty good ghost, because if you think about it, he has Expo and recruits in Psycho and minions, and keeping track of that Psycho is very important, because those ghosts, during times they can't defend, can be really clutch in games, and very nice way to get damage if you cannot break through in general. Now Wizard in the back is a very nice way to defend this. Now I'd probably P.E.K.K.A. in front to tank for the Expo. Yeah, that's excellent. Now I'd probably want to do something about that right lane as well. Arrows on the Wizard is a very interesting option. Okay, he Teslas. Yeah, no, he can't block the Void. Actually, he probably can, but he's very slow. And the Bandit does a very nice job of defending the right side. I think he's won this game. He just has to defend like what, one more recruits push. Now what I'd probably do is Ghost. Okay. I want to have Ghost in the pocket. Personally, going Ram Rider was a good idea, but the thing you want to do is Ghost in front of the Ram Rider, because all they have is swarms and Psycho. Now the Evolved Zap also would have provided good, because he wouldn't have gone in with the Expo instantly. The Evolved Zap would have buyed the Ram Rider more time to get damage, but it doesn't really matter because you're already winning. It's better to focus more on defense. But that was still very phenomenal gameplay. I'd give this gameplay probably an 8 out of 10. Alright, next up we have a solid representative of Clan Terror playing in the global tournament. Now, his opponent seems to be playing a 2.6 deck, so this should be very interesting. Now, cycling Zap is a very good thing, but I would actually say my E-Spirit a little bit. Now, let's see. Ghost at the Bridge is wild. You see, in double elixir, generally what you want to do is, especially against hog decks, what you want to do is try to build split lane pushes in the back. You never want to spam anything at the bridge because you do not want to lose elixir. Now, Ram Rider and Wizard the Bridge is also very crazy because that's really defendable. Like, look, see, he just used a Fireball and his Fireball got a very nice value. So I wouldn't necessarily do that. Now, I would counter that with a P.E.K.K.A, but I also play an E-Spirit to avoid getting that hit. Those hog hits can start stacking up and they can become a real problem. Every hog hit doesn't matter in this matchup. Now, Bandit at the Bridge is very interesting. I disagree with that. Pretty good Void though. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's like absolute trash, so it doesn't really matter. But still, Ram Rider opposite lane is actually pretty smart because the P.E.K.K.A hasn't died yet, so he's going to be very desperate to kill that. Now, what is he doing? Bro, why does he cannon over there? Yeah, okay, I just spam instantly on the opposite lane. I have very good zap for the evolved skeletons. That evolved wizard also going to provide a lot of pressure. I'd probably start banditing on the left lane because he's actually he's not that low on elixir. But what you want to do is, yeah, you want a P.E.K.K.A to defend that. Pretty good E-Spirit actually to avoid 2 hog hits. Yeah, alright, that's good, that's good. Now, what you want to do is probably Ram Rider directly behind the P.E.K.K.A. You want to go for one single straight lane push to go forward. Because I think it's still 1 card off cannon. And then you want to have a Void. Yeah, he does that exactly. And then Void that. And then you should be game here. Just evolve Zap and you're fine. That should just take, or that's just going to take the tower anyway. He just gave up. Bro, but GG, wow, that was very well played. I'd give this game probably a 6.5 out of 10. Alright, next up we have Barnacle playing, one of the most respected players in Hunter's clan. Now let's see what he's up against. Oh, it seems like he's up against Lava deck. Now generally these matchups are a hit or miss. If they Lava the back, you want to kind of provide a bit of pressure. Alright, Ghost in the back is very nice play. Okay, he goes for a Lava Hound. Now generally you want to provide slight pressure, but you don't know exactly what he's playing. So this is a good bandit to force out what he has. He has a Tombstone, so this is going to be that easy. Electro Spirit is actually a nice play here, because now the Ghost will be able to get a shot on the tower. Now, what he probably wants to do is he just kind of wants to wait a bit, alright? Ram Rider opposite lane, I disagree with, but at the same time, not really. Because here's sort of my thought process. If you use a Ram Rider, you can use a Ram Rider to defend a balloon while the wizard takes care of the big push. Because, like, look here, he's taking a heavy amount of damage. Like, he could have, I think, easily just cycled and defended the tower. Or at least defended, like, most of its HP. But still, wizard to defend and Ram Riding opposite lane, a tower trade wasn't a bad idea. But I think you could have, like, personally defended that flawlessly and then gone in. But that's fine. He baits out a Valkyrie, which is very good because he can just now go Ghost in. Or he goes for a balloon. He can just Void that. Void and Electro Spirit can counter him. He might not even need Electro Spirit. And that was a lot of Elixir forced out of his opponent. He's ahead, and that is very nice. He could even go for a P.E.K.K.A in the back potentially with this. Now, let's see what his opponent decides to do. If he goes for Lava, he should go for a P.E.K.K.A. Oh, he's just going for a P.E.K.K.A right now. Okay, that's actually good. That's actually good. He goes for Lava just to take it. But if he's Barnacle probably should just ignore this. Like, how much HP does it have? Just like what? I can't tell. Is that like 800? Something like that. Yeah, Wizard in the back though isn't a bad play because he also has a Tombstone, right? So even if the P.E.K.K.A is occupied with the skeleton, so the wizard can actually come closer and get value. That was a really good Ghost because that wrapped up Tombstone. I would have, however, personally waited a bit more for the P.E.K.K.A for the wizard to come up, but that's fine. There's some very nice pressure, and now this was the perfect Ram Rider. He's out of elixir, and his Valkyrie is just focused on the wizard completely. So that was a very nice Ram Rider by Barnacle. Well done. And then Bandit as well, because he's out of ground troops. Abusing that cycle is just very crucial in the Lava Hound game. So he played that very perfectly. Now what I probably do is threaten a 3 crown. Do not let him try to go for it. Yeah, exactly. Pack in the middle. That's perfect. And he just gives up here. So that was actually well done, Barnacle. I'm pretty satisfied with how this went. I would have said though that perhaps instead of tower trading, maybe you could have defended that tower a bit better. But regardless, it still worked because you did get a 3 count in the end. So well done. I'd give this probably a 7.8 out of 10. Alright, next up we have Silver Lining playing here. He's a very famous YouTuber who streams Clash Royale, but very mid gameplay in general. Alright, now let's see what he faces up against. Now the opponent's playing Dagger Duchess, so that's an advantage. Wizard for the Ram Rider is interesting. I'd Ghost high for that. A Zap isn't bad actually because you have a Wizard low. So I think a Ghost High would have provided more counter pressure, but I think it was fine at your Zap because you got a clean defense regardless. Now Bandit up high is a little bit aggressive, especially because you don't know what they're playing. But then you do also have a formidable push. Yeah, he plays a Mega Knight. You generally don't want to Bandit that high because you want the Elixir. Now you should easily be able to defend with like what? E-Spirit and P.E.K.K.A. Yeah, here's the thing. If you ghosted high, he probably would have forced out Elixir more, because the Ghost would have either gone on the damage and he'd have to risk either sacking it to put down the Mega Knight, or you would have forced out Elixir so he couldn't Mega Knight to tank for the wall breakers. But it's fine. Now Electro Wizards, avoid there is not a bad idea, but you are down Elixir a little bit, so I wouldn't recommend it. And then that Ghost is just terrible, like absolutely horrendous. What are you doing? Should have ghosted the opposite lane. That's fine. The Ghost does, he's a fool though, that opponent, so he plays a Goblin Gang in the Ghost. That Electro Spear was a huge waste of Elixir. So was that Zap which he placed earlier. Because like, look, I don't get that. That's 3 Elixir. You could have placed a Ram Rider to also defend and also taken his tower, but that's fine. That's fine. Bandit defends the wall breakers very nicely, and he has a mini P.E.K.K.A. now. The best thing to do is probably just avoid it. Yeah, alright, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so what I'd probably do in this situation is I'd probably rely heavily on counter pushes, because I can see what he's probably going to do is he's going to probably go for minor Goblin Gangs, which Wizard and Ghost and Wizard would have a nice counter push, or he's going to go for Mega Knight, and the P.E.K.K.A. can get some nice counter pushes. But I'd be careful to make sure my P.E.K.K.A. doesn't die too much. P.E.K.K.A. in the back is a interesting play, because he has his swarms and he has the Cracker, but you can break through with this. I see potential here. You probably want to do something with that. Ram Rider up top is a pretty decent play. I mean, not the worst. Electro Spirit high instantly because he's going to swarm. Yeah. But that was a very delayed Zap. That was interesting. He's going to Mega Knight for this, so I probably would pressure opposite lane. No, he doesn't. What is wrong with this guy? Okay, this guy literally just sold 4 Elixir. And he sold another Elixir. Spam opposite lane. Okay, that other tower is dead regardless. So, I mean, that's not the worst play, but you probably want to spam opposite lane. Now, P.E.K.K.A. on the opposite lane is wild, but, I mean, you're in double Elixir, so you can kind of make up for it. But still, it's better to like provide a lot of pressure that can't just be easily countered by a Goblin Gang. But it seems like this guy doesn't know how to defend, so it's actually getting some very nice value. Now the Ram Rider in the pocket is a very nice strategy because this guy's given up. It's clear. I think mostly what it seems like how this win came to be was he had a very nice defense, but he overcommitted a bit on offense. His opponent doesn't know how to defend, and Silver just in general is a nerd. Nah, I'm joking. Silver's actually pretty mid player. Nah, he's decent. I admit he's decent. I'd give this gameplay a 5 out of 10. Alright, next up we have Tweet playing here, who is really good in global tournaments, like really good. I think almost a top 100 finish, like 102 or something. And he's playing P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam, so this should be very interesting. I think he's playing the Arrows Mother Witch version, and the guy's playing Lumberloon. Alright, so Ghost Battle Ram at the back is a very smart play, because you want to get to your evolution faster. He has a Inferno Dragon, so that's going to be annoying for him. Bandit in the back is also good. You want to stay passive. He has 2 dragons. He probably wants to get to his Wizard. Oh, he has Skeleton Dragons. Oh wait, I haven't seen this P.E.K.K.A. deck before. This is very interesting. That's fine. Those Wizard was really nice. The Boulder did get a bunch of value. There's not much you can do about it, but it's fine. Let's see how does he respond to that. I'd probably just Kite, or have a Battle Ram tank for it. Good Zap, honestly. And yeah, Kite with a Bandit actually, that's a better play. I didn't realize the Electro Dragon was low on HP. And then the Bandit behind that, that's a bit aggressive, I'd say. But then again, it didn't really work out in his favor because he has the Electro Dragon and the Lumberjack. I won't go too aggressive unless you know what they have, but it's fine, it's fine. Wizard and Skeleton Dragons both for the Balloon. But he has a Freeze, that's very unfortunate for him. But the Zap does come in clutch, so that's actually a pretty good Zap. It was smart that he got a lot of damage quickly. Like, I mean, you generally shouldn't be spending that much Elixir to defend instantly, but the fact that he had a Freeze, that played out really well for him. Now he's playing passively like he should. Now for this matchup, I think the best thing to do is go a bit heavier on offense. Get the Boulder out of Psycho and then start pressuring a lot because you have air cards. Yeah, like the Boulder's there. You probably want to P.E.K.K.A. low and then the Inferno Dragons. Oh, going to opposite lane with a P.E.K.K.A. Battling Ram. That's interesting. I mean, you do have the Zap, but he also has the Freeze. So I don't think that's going to work out too much in his favor. While the Wizard does defend that very nicely, that entire push has gotten mostly nullified. I mean, the Battling Ram does get a connection and the Electro Dragon, but it could have been a bit more better. But still, it was pretty good pressure. I would argue, though, that it would have been better to keep to account of the defensive freeze, because that's still a formidable opponent. Now, pretty good Skeleton Dragons on his part. He's going Lumberloon on the opposite lane, that's not a surprise. Now, Evolved Wizard will carry in this. Bandit to protect the Evolved Wizard is very crucial. You might want to do something about that, actually. Yeah, that's a very good Zap. Ban on the opposite lane, Battle Ram is a very nice play because he has used his bowler and the arrows with the skeleton dragons. Actually, he might have something going here with the bandit. I think he has him here. I think he has him here unless he gets a defensive. Oh, he cycles back to lumberjack. That's nice. That's nice. But he could go it again. He just has to force in the bowler. Oh yeah, the guy literally just boulders in the middle. Literally right when he plays the battling ram there. And the skeleton dragons to kill the electro dragon is very nice. Playing this very good. Now a bandit to kite the boulder is pretty good choice. Now another heavy battling ram and with a pack in front. Okay, this is a risk, but I think you can take this. I think you take the tower here. You gotta be careful on the defensive freeze though. He's going to end up nadoing and probably freezing. Electrogan is getting a lot of value paired with that NATO, and he's just back to another bowler, so I think that's defended. But regardless, making sure you have that opposite lane pressure is very nice, because it's forcing a lot of elixir and avoiding a good counter push. So it's playing this very nicely, making sure there's split lane pressure. The Lumber Loon is a very interesting play by the opponent. Wizard High is very nice, so you don't get that much freeze value. He actually does get the freeze, but he lands the arrows on time, so that's fine. And then the bandit here would be a very nice defense. I think you should probably try you should have probably tried earlier on activating King with the Electro Dragon, but that's fine. Now that he's used the bowler, you could probably go with the battling ram opposite lane, but you gotta be careful he has the lumberjack. And you could actually go P.E.K.K.A. opposite lane as well because of the fact that he's used his evolved wizard. That's interesting because if he just goes balloon, yeah, what is he going to do about it? He's actually can cycle back to skeleton dragons very quick while providing pressure, but the freeze could cheese him. He has to be very careful here. He placed the skeleton dragons far enough from the tower, so that was a very nice skeleton dragon placement. And I think the evolved battling ram is going to take his tower because the evolved battling ram will knock back the lumberjack, and the bowler is on the opposite lane. So this is a well done game. Now I would give this a solid. Actually, I'd give this a 7 out of 10. This wasn't that bad. Now, with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next one.